This lesson is 9.2 surface area of pyramids. So last week you worked with prisms all week, and this week you're going to work with pyramids. I actually think pyramids might be a little bit easier because you have faces on your 3D shape that are all exactly the same. So sometimes there are less calculations that you need to do. And here's how we identify different pyramids by their bases. So draw these with me. So let's say you have a triangle base. So draw a triangle. Put one point above your triangle and draw straight lines to each of your other corners, each of your other vertices. So that would be a triangular pyramid because the base is a triangle. So if you wanted to draw a square pyramid, you would start with a square, one vertex above it somewhere, and then try to draw straight lines connecting to each of your corners. That could be a square pyramid. So if you wanted an actual rectangular pyramid, you'd start with a rectangle. I'm going to draw mine this way. This time I'll make it a little bit shorter. I'll put my vertex there and then connect with straight lines. And so it is helpful if you can draw them because it helps you understand what they would look like in 2D form. So these are supposed to be three-dimensional drawings. If you wanted to draw the net of these, this is important, write this down. The net is the 2D representation. So think about unfolding. So for example, if you ever unfolded a box or broken down a box, you know kind of what it looks like in flattened form. So let me start with your triangular pyramid. So I'll do this in blue below them for each of these. So for the triangular pyramid, you would have a triangle in the middle, and then you would have triangles that come out from each of these. So I'm going to put a B for the base. And then the other faces are called lateral faces. You might see that term. So I'm just going to put LF, LF, LF. Okay. For your square pyramid, your net would be a square in the middle. And then you would have 4 triangles coming out this way. This is your base, lateral face, lateral face, lateral face, lateral face. And all of your lateral faces are the same, which is going to be very helpful for you, because all of the pyramids that you're working with are called regular pyramids, which means that the bases are some type of regular shape. And so, for example, your rectangular pyramids that you'll work with have to be square pyramids because all the sides of your bases are going to be the same. But I'll just show you what this last one looks like. So you'd have your rectangle base like this, and then you would have 2 faces like that, 2 faces like this. So this, let me label this too to be consistent. This particular shape, this would be your base, it would not have a regular base. So I'm going to put no regular base. Again, because the term regular, when we're talking about shapes, means all the same side lengths. And of course, a rectangle does not have all the same side lengths. A square does, an equilateral triangle does. Maybe you'll have a pentagon base, which would have 5 sides, but that would mean all 5 sides are exactly the same. So let me show you how to solve your assignment problems for today. Let me clear this. So example 1, oops, finding, SA means surface area, using a net. And these are all regular pyramids. That piece of information is important. So let's say you have this problem here, and you have a square because this is a regular pyramid, and you have 4 lateral faces. So again, this is a two-dimensional drawing. You kind of have to picture this in your head with all the triangular sides like folded together like at the top to make a pyramid. So they give you these lengths. They tell you that this right here, from here to here, is 5 inches. Okay, and then they tell you that this, going this way, is 8 inches. So I'm going to find the area of just the base first. Remember, this is your base here in the middle. And if it's a square, you've got base times height for your formula for area. Now, of course, they only give you one length, that's 5, but if you know it's a square, then that means all of the sides are going to have to be 5. So this would be 5 times 5 to find the area, which is 25. Okay, then that's just for the base. For each of your lateral faces, again, anything but the base is going to be a lateral face with a pyramid. So this is a lateral face, this is a lateral face, this is a lateral face, and this is a lateral face. So your lateral faces are triangles. So you want to use base times height divided by 2. Remember, you have to divide by 2 to find the area of a triangle. So we've got 5 for our base of all of our triangles, and then that 8 represents the height. So we've got 5 times 8 divided by 2. This is going to give us the area of one lateral face. So it's 40 divided by 2, so that's 20. So again, this is one lateral face. And in this particular problem, you have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So to find the area of all 4 lateral faces, you could multiply this times 4. So this is 4 LFs. And then your very last step to finish finding the total surface area, you're going to take the area of your base and the area of your lateral faces and add them together. So we'll have 25 plus 80, which is 105, and this would be square inches. Just worry about the 105 for now. So I don't want to take up too much more of your time in this video. The 3 problems that you have today are all nets, and you have to find the area of the total surface area of each of those figures. Now, number 5 and number 6 actually already give you the area of the base. So let me show you so that you don't get confused, because I hate it when we get confused over things that are supposed to be easier. So this is actually going to be number 6. I'll start it. Number 5, I mean, sorry. I'll start it with you. It looks like this. It's a triangle for the base. And then they give you, these are your 3 lateral faces. There we go. So let me identify those so we don't get confused. Lateral face, lateral face, lateral face. And again, you need to picture it kind of like pushed up together like a pyramid. This is the base. And what they do this time is they actually give you the area of the base. It says area of base. And it says, in this case, 43.3 square millimeters. Oops, square millimeters. There you go. So I don't want you to be confused. They also give you these dimensions here. They give you this as 10. And then they give you this height here as 9. So if you look back at the first example problem I gave you, we found the area of the base first. They already gave it to you. So they're trying to save you some work. So your next step then would be to find the area of one lateral face. And of course, they're a triangle, so you're going to use base times height divided by 2. Then, after you do your work for that, you'll end up multiplying it times 3 this time because there are 3 lateral faces. Once you find that answer, let's say you put it here, your last step would be to add the base to it, which of course is right here, that 43.3. I hope this helps you. I know that there's there can be a lot of steps to these problems. But this way you kind of have some guided notes and you can stick in some numbers for number 5. If you need help, don't hesitate to reach out.